Hey, I'm Joe here with VGHL, and joining me today is
Bennett Tyler from Bomb Shelter Games.
And we're here to talk about your newest game.
Yep, Depths of Sanity.
Depths of Sanity. So from what I understand, it is a Metroidvania, very heavily inspired by so many of the greats, right? Axiom Verge, Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid, and just what can you tell me is sort of one of the key components that makes your game stand out?
Well, it boils down to one word, and it's underwater. Which is something that we think is very different and unique about our game that you don't see in traditional Metroidvania. Metroidvania is all about jumping. It's all about platforming. You get super jump, you get double jump, and all this other stuff. So we threw all of that out the window. We're still 2D, but instead of jumping, instead of platforming, you have 360 degrees of motion as you pilot a submarine throughout the ocean. And that's really the big hook that makes us different from Hollow Knight, Oni, and Metroid, and all of those other greats that we're kind of competing against.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long have you been working on the game?
So we're about 2 years into development right now. We've been taking it to a lot of conventions in between that development process, almost the entire length of development, to have people play it often and early, tell us what's fun, and we've really refined a lot of the mechanics the entire time to put it where it is today. We're still in alpha, we still have a lot of ways to go. We have about a year of development for PC left, a year and a half to get it onto consoles, but we're at a point now where the game is ready to go in terms of mechanics, and we're putting the rest of the lore together, the levels, the monsters, and everything in between to make it a more than a tech demo and a full Metroidvania experience.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts while I was playing through it, was it felt so grounded in this really cool story and lore. You talked about there's a lot of Cthulhian sort of imagery going on, Lovecraftian stuff as you get deeper and deeper into the caverns.
Absolutely.
And what really impressed me the most is it's just a two-man job mostly, right? You said just you and your partner working on this game.
Yeah, so I do all the art for the game, and Owen, who's here with us today, is the lead designer on the game. Most of the game decisions, a lot of the mechanics are coming straight from him. And for the most part, we do most of the work. We do have a couple other guys that help us out. We're great guys. They pinch hit. They help us out with getting the game onto some of the consoles we're doing, and also composing our music and working on our sound. But for the most part, we are a very, very small team, 4 at max, but we like to say we're like 3 half people, so 4 halves make 2 full people. You know, it's a lot of teamwork to get it done, though.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing. So what's your pipeline looking like? When do you plan on releasing the game?
Yeah, so we will be out on PC and Mac in 2020, early 2020, probably about January, February, somewhere around there. And we're coming to consoles over the summer on Xbox and PlayStation guaranteed. We really want to be on Switch. We're not sure yet. We're still talking to Nintendo. But if we do get approved by Switch, you can probably plan on seeing it right around the same time we come out on all the other consoles.
That's so cool. And one last thing, I want to hear about some of the awards and recognition that you've gotten, because this is your first time coming sort of off the East Coast, but you've been taking the game around. It's been receiving a lot of recognition. So can you talk to me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we've, like I said, we've been developing it for 2 years. We've been bringing it out to festivals and conventions and things like that. Recently at the Boston Festival of Indie Games, that's where we come from, we won for compelling game mechanics, which was the category we had entered in, which we were super happy about. We're here actually at South by Southwest for the gaming pitch competition, which was an honor to be selected for. And we've also been selected 2 years in a row for the PAX Rising East group, which has just been a great experience. They help us out and help us get our name out there for a lot of we're kind of rubbing shoulders with some big companies, much larger teams, much more well-funded. We're going out of pocket. We do this part-time. We're just hobbyists. It's a passion project for us, and we're super excited the reception we've gotten at any of these conventions and a lot of these awards.
Great. Wow. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate the chance to get to talk with you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, anytime. Let's take it back to the show.